Hi, I'm Vince,
I'm Linda
and welcome
to the Open Box Show. Hey everybody, don't forget to join us October 31st for our first giveaway.
What are we giving away?
$500.
All right, cool. Just making sure keeping you honest. You weren't
Yes.
going to say something different, like a turtle or something.
No. So $500, perfect time. Holidays are coming up, so remember to like and share for Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Okay? Thank you.
I'm glad you said that because I was wondering too how we do that.
Yeah, and there's a bell in there someplace.
Okay. Someplace, yeah. Sorry. So our first topic, just so everyone knows, for the first time since June, the number of projected COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. are decreasing.
Yes, they are.
So basically, they said roughly 55% of America are vaccinated, and they're not authorized yet to have a vaccine for kids under the age of 12.
Right. A lot of parents are getting their children vaccinated. Again, we know there's still, with religious, everybody has their own beliefs, or everybody, it's free will. That, not everybody, have you ever done something where 100 people were in it? No.
Right.
So again, but 55 over half,
Yeah.
so that's pretty good.
Hey, and to my Indian friends that I work with, man, I hear you guys are doing better too over in India.
Okay, that's
So
good.
I want to give a shout out to them.
Yes,
I'm glad because
yes.
India was a hot mess over there.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm
that's
glad-
right. That was sad.
Yeah, so I really wanted to give them a shout out.
Oh, okay.
That things are turning around over there.
Yeah.
But one thing too is they still have no clue about this because now once Thanksgiving hits and Christmas, everybody's getting together more, right? So it could shoot back up. Like I said, they're saying projected. We can have spikes. They have no idea what's really going on.
I'm out and about yesterday going to the store, and there were some people that still had masks on and others that don't, but Vince is right. Come the holidays, we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, people are going to be gathered for periods of time. And you know what? It's like you might get that little sniffle or whatever, but it's like, I'm going, it's Thanksgiving turkey, or family, so definitely be careful.
Speaking of being careful, just so you know, I'm going to an event for 4 days. There's going to be like 7,000 people.
Oh,
for
geez,
4
wear
days.
your mask.
For
I would
4
just
days,
wear the mask.
12-hour days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to talk about a super spreader. I'll be there.
All right. We're going to spray you down when you come back.
Yeah, right.
All right. So, sad story. Michigan man drowns with a $45,000 lottery ticket. First, condolences to his family. But here, finding out that it was an accident. He had a winning lottery ticket, but he couldn't cash it because of his Social Security card. Something was going on. He was out, celebrating with friends, buying them drinks, and waiting on the Social Security card. And next thing you know, they said, he was tying up his boat, he slipped, fell, hit his head, and went in the water, and he was found like 5 days later.
Yeah, that was good, Linda. I'm going to break this down, everybody, because even when I read the story, I had to break it down. So he was 57 years old. His name was Gregory Jarvis. Yeah, everybody liked him.
Yeah.
So basically, he won the Club Kano jackpot. So he was at the Blue Water Inn. So the Blue Water Inn looks like a really nice restaurant. It's a bar. Like a really cozy place, to hang out with your friends. And they had the Keno machine in there, so he won it. And then when he went to cash it in, they were like, "Well, look, he had to set up the card, but it wasn't readable enough. And state law, you have to have the Social Security card and ID." So then he was like, "All right, well, I'll just wait for one."
Right, look what happens.
Yeah, wait for one to come in. So then he went out on his boat, and hit his head and died. But the good news is, the authorities, when they found the ticket, they actually gave it to his family members.
Yes, I thought that was very nice. They didn't keep it, and thank you for that, because I'm sure the family could definitely at this time in grieving use that ticket. So that was a good thing.
Yeah, this was in Essex, Michigan.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Essexville. Yeah. It's a shame that we don't make enough money on this show. Because I'd like to fly out there and check out this Blue Water Inn. So I think the producers are going to have to step
Yeah,
up.
wait, producer! Can we shoot out there next week?
Seriously, I saw the roast beef sandwich. It looked pretty good, man.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I was like, I'd like to go down road trip.
I do hear they make good food up there, so.
Yeah. All right, so here's one: a passenger on a plane in Miami Airport opens the emergency exit and walks onto the wing. So the plane was pulling up at the airport. They were getting ready to connect the plane. You know, they're landing. They landed. It's getting connected at the gate, and this guy thought he was in trouble, in danger, and just opens the
Or
door.
he just wanted to be the first one back on the plane.
Yeah, right.
I'm getting my own seat. Watch out.
No, the plane had landed.
No, yeah, so he wanted to get on the plane first.
No.
He's making his own
No,
way on
he's
this plane.
He's already. Did you hear what I just said? He's already on the plane.
Right, but inside.
And so what?
And get inside the plane.
He's in the plane.
No, he was on the wing. The wing
No.
is the outside.
No, he was on the plane. He was in the plane. He was in the plane. The plane taxis to the airport, and they get ready to connect. And they get ready to connect it. You know, so you get out of the plane. So they're getting ready to connect it so you can get out. But this crazy fool. Oh,
He
instead of
couldn't wait.
yeah, 5-10 minutes and he's out the door, right? But no, he decides to go out the emergency exit instead. Makes his own exit. Jumps up, walks on the wing, jumps out on the tarmac, and then they found him. So there's actually a video of the flight attendant walking out on the wing, wondering where he went.
Oh, jeez.
But I mean, do people lose their damn minds when they hop on planes?
Well, the big thing is, again, he was apprehended, and there was actually no more issues, and everything was people were able to get off, and things progressed regularly. So thank goodness, because we always know there's delays at airports, and this didn't cause any. Pretty amazing,
Yeah.
I think.
Right?
Next thing is like, you're delayed, or we just changed, you gotta run wherever to get to the next flight,
Before you fly, make sure you know the rules. I mean, swear to God, how much money is it costing this guy now?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, like how long he's going to be in a psych ward for a little bit. Like, why did you do that?
Yeah, and then obviously, I'm sure he's going to put him on a do not fly list now.
Oh yeah, that's
Right?
true.
So yeah, just so you guys know, you start trouble on an airplane, man, they can say, look, they're not going to fly this plane anymore.
That's
they can
true.
ban you.
Big time.
So before you get on a plane, make sure you understand the rules, because that's the last thing you want is if you fly a lot or something.
If
and
we
now
hear-
you're banned.
Yes, if we hear any updates, we'll let you know, because I'm just curious as to, it's like, okay, what really made you open that door and go?
Yep.
Um,
It just said you thought it was in danger.
Oh my gosh. All right, so a man pulls a knife on a pregnant woman in our South Philly SEPTA station, and she gets away. A pregnant woman gets away. We got to talk to this
I
woman.
know, right? We need to talk to this woman. I'm impressed.
How old was the attacker, Vince?
He was 26 years old.
And she's like 20 and pregnant.
Yeah, so 26-year-old male puts a knife to her throat.
Right.
She's 20 years old and pregnant, and she gets away from him.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Amazing story. She got a little bit,
Yeah,
laceration.
minor laceration.
Yeah, but now, he was found the next day. They did catch him, thank goodness. And now he has all these assault charges, but it's amazing. I really want to know what she did.
I do too.
I do.
Yeah. So if anybody knows her or something, if you happen to be watching this, we're gonna find her.
Yeah, we do, because I think that's, what, if you're standing there, if I'm standing there in SEPTA and somebody comes behind me and grabs me, like, what do you do? First of all, you're taken off guard. But you know what? I'm wondering, with her being pregnant and, caring for her child,
Right, yeah.
So again, that motherly instinct that, whoa, it's not just me. Now I'm protecting my kid. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do in that case.
Yeah. So we actually have a question here. So what would you have done if you win a lottery? Oh, I'd be cashing that in.
Well, you could.
I have my Social Security card. I'd definitely be taking it over there, and I'd be traveling. I'd be like, okay, I'll see ya. Staff, just come with me. We'll go to the Bahamas or something. We'll take there.
First thing I would do is disappear.
What about the show, Vincent?
Yeah, right. I will no longer be on the show. I will be gone.
Wait, it's only
Oh, no,
45,000.
and I'm not. Well, it was
It
so.
was a 45,000. Yeah.
Okay, it was 45,000. I'm not telling anybody. I'm just not going to tell anybody. That way I can stay on the show.
Right. But I definitely cash that thing in. I'd be, as soon as I found out, boom, I'm gone. I'm over there.
But if it was like in the millions, man, even my family would be like, where are
I know.
I'd
It's
be
like,
like-
have you heard from Vincent?
Yeah, I would vanish like a fart, man.
Oh, jeez.
Seriously. But yeah, for 45 grand, I just keep my mouth shut. You know. What would I spend it on? Well, after taxes, you're talking about 20 grand.
I know they take half, believe it or not.
I'd probably just invest it in the stock market. For that
Oh,
kind
no,
of-
I'd be chocolate. I'd just blow the money.
Yeah.
I'd
well,
be like,
well, then once I doubled it, then I would blow the money.
hey, life is short. You never know. You could hit your head and drown.
Which is right.
Okay, our next.
Okay, here's one. Yeah, this should spice things up a little bit, but the last one doesn't. So the Fed seized thousands of spices additives from a sanitary Florida warehouse. So, if any through June 8th and to the 28th, if you bought spices from the Light and Spice Corporation, they might be a little bit spicy.
The flavoring might be a little off. If you wonder why you're running to the bathroom,
Yeah, so basically they did an inspection of the corporation, and they found that's how they found the problem.
yeah.
The FDA. So the FDA stepped in. Yeah, they found feces.
Gnawings and nesting between containers.
Yeah, they're like live animals, like insects, live insects, dead insects between the containers. So there was a lot that was contaminated in this.
Yeah, and it was crazy. It was crazy that it went on for how long? Because again, this doesn't just happen. So they definitely weren't keeping up with things and restrictions, and the FDA they're not checking as much, So something like this. So whoever tipped them off, I'm glad.
Yeah, they found like rodents were gnawing at the packages and urinating
Yeah,
around there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you got anything that at that time frame, I would not eat them.
Yeah. Again, that's the Light and Spice Corporation.
Yeah. And okay, so we have an armed customer fatally shoots an attacker. Well, it's a Texas restaurant. So 2 armed men come in, Church's Chicken. Don't mess with the chicken in Texas. And a customer shoots them. The one dies later at the hospital. The other one does get away, but they do find him. But again, here, customer just stands, boom, boom, and takes them both out. And it's just amazing. I mean, you really can't mess with chicken, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I love my chicken.
I know.
Especially the supermarket chicken. They put something in it that makes you crave it.
They do. But you always hear stories about Texans. I mean, they have their guns ready, locked and loaded. So again, I'm glad he was a sharpshooter, and I'm glad that nobody else got involved. And he took care of business. Again, we don't condone violence. But again, you know what? It worked in this case.
Yeah, and turns out, so the guy who shot the 2 robbers, they let him go. So nothing happened to him, which is good. And about a day or 2 later, a Jack in the Box was robbed. So they're wondering if it was the same 2 guys who robbed the Jack in the Box.
Yeah. Yeah, but it makes you wonder, why are they hitting up the chicken places? So these chicken places in Texas must be making pretty good chicken. We're going to have to order some, and we're going to have to sample it. And we'll let you know. Church's Chicken and Jack in the Box. How is your chicken? Because you must be making a pretty penny if they're hitting you up.
Yeah.